In this recording, I'm going to walk you through how I cited an article in Points of View Reference Center in Noodle Tools MLA Junior. So if you look at the citation, you'll see that I have it completed right here, and it's from a chapter section in a book. And actually it began in a database, and I'm going to show you how to get that started first. When you begin to cite from a database, you can now begin with Cite A, and you can start with database. And if we click create, what you can see is that Noodle Tools now asks you the type of source you're citing from. And so you can differentiate between book, article, or something called original content, meaning that it was a database that had just specific information that was done for that database, kind of like Encyclopedia Britannica or ABC Clio. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel out of this right now, and I'm going to show you the article that we begin with from Points of View. And this article, take it back 1 point, is called, the title of the article is called Wind Power and Overview. It does have authors. The source is Points of View : Wind Power, and if you click on that, you'll get some more information about the source. It tells you that the publication was originally a book. It was done on June 1st, 2011, and the title of the book was Points of View: Wind Power. But what we're going to do is we're going to cite the specific article called Wind Power and Overview from that book. So I'm going to take you into Noodle Tools now and show you what I did. I'm going to open up the article. So there were some very specific boxes we needed to fill in. The name of the database was Points of View Reference Center. I accessed it today, October 24th. And then for the URL, I want you to see that in Points of View, if you scroll down in the main article, you will see something called a persistent link to this record. And if you highlight that, that is the link I would rather right here. I would rather have you use this link than the address bar up here, because that gives you a persistent link. That means that that article will open anywhere, and open if your teacher would need to look at it as well. So if you head back to Noodle Tools, you'll put in the persistent link. The next thing I did with this was I knew that there were 2 authors, and I entered their names right here. And then I decided that I was going to do a specific article from the book, which is a chapter or a section right here. And if you remember correctly, that specific section was called, let's go to the very top, that was called Wind Power and Overview. And that's the information I placed under section title. If you remember correctly, it said it was 1 page, and I put that in, 1-1, it started and ended. It doesn't have an additional contributor, but then the title of the whole book was called Points of View: Wind Power. And if you go down further, and if you remember correctly, you can click on the source and it gives you the publication information. So I knew that it was Lakeside, and I know that it's in Boulder, Colorado, the date 6/1, and so then I can put all that information right into Noodle Tools, Lakeside and Boulder. It doesn't have an edition number, and the citation is complete. I hope that helps you understand how to cite from a database an article in a book in Points of View. There you go, and we're going to click Submit. And you have a beautiful article, perfectly cited. Thank you for listening.